Hello, my name is Henderson, and this is the video playthrough of my fleshed out level design. This is my first person. The premise and the question I was asking with this level design was, how does light influence the player? Specifically in the color of the lighting, lighting and no lighting, and then also how bright the area is. So I have added in a flashlight implementation to kind of narrow the lighting a little bit, to kind of add the light effect, but to also add the dark effect with it, to have two in tandem. So you can alter between two by pressing F, and then we also have a pre-lit hallway over here. So the premise of this beginning is to just see what direction the player chooses to go down. It's a 50-50 guess for the player. They spawn with the flashlight on, so they're able to look around first and notice that there is a second hallway over here to the left-hand side. But we'll pretend that the player decides to go right here down the hallway, and there is a light down the bottom, which you can see to the right-hand side, as opposed to over this side, where if we look down, and even with the flashlight, we don't see anything here, so there's no indication that there's anything at the end of this hallway. So my whole idea with this is to see if light affects the direction a player goes. Then as we move down this hallway here, the far hallway also links to this, so the player will always go to this next section, which is colored lighting, green and red. So red is obviously a darker, more, dangerous area, and green is a much more appealing color. So this is just kind of testing which does colored lighting affect the direction of a player. And in my game also you can collect these orbs just to kind of direct and have a meaning for the playthrough. And there's also incentive with this orb over here. These are meant to be me skulls, but I just put in orbs as placers for now. So in the red lighted room there is an orb that you can see, and in the green there is not. So this is kind of like risk and reward aspect, just to kind of see if the players will go into the the more dangerously colored room as opposed to the more brightly lit room. So then as we move on, there is incentive for the player to go to the right due to the lighting, and to the left there is no lighting, but there is much more visibility to see that there is a bit of further area to go as you walk through this door, as opposed to the first two hallways. So you're able to see a little bit further. As you can see, there's a little right turner by the cutoff in the wall. So again, this is just kind of going back to that first alleyway, seeing if players go towards the lighting or not. And then we have some exterior lighting here that I purposely left in just to kind of see if the player, they see something that isn't necessarily meant to be there in terms of purposeful lighting, to see if they go towards it. And as we make our way up the stairs, it's a pretty similar idea up top. This is much more ominous lighting, so the lighting isn't as prominent. It's a similar idea. Let me turn my flashlight on for a second here. It's a similar idea. When the player comes up, they're met by a route they can go, but this left side is slightly lit right here, so they know that this is a direction to go also. So I'm kind of hitting three birds with one stone here, seeing if a player goes towards brightly lit areas or non-brightly lit areas. And I'm going to conduct a user testing on this to see what directions the players prefer to go, if lighting feels like the safer area to go as opposed to the darker areas, just to kind of understand how to set up levels and how to set up lighting in particular. So that